What is up, you guys? My name is Meep and welcome back to my channel. We are on to episode 2 of Folklore Monsters by state, now finally in correct alphabetical order, and it is going to be Alabama with the White Thang monster. So without further ado, let's go. So this monster has been around since about the early 1900s, and it's been said to wander around the areas between Morgan, Etowah, and Jefferson counties. Most of the sightings have occurred around Moody's Chapel, Walnut Grove, Wheeler Wildlife Refuge, and Happy Hollow. And depending on who you ask, descriptions of the White Thang monster vary. It is said to have long, dirty, slick white hair with a long, bushy tail, and reports have claimed it to be between 7 to 8 feet tall and, like the last monster, have glowing red eyes. Now, as I mentioned earlier, reports of the description have varied, so some have said that it resembles a white lion, while others have reported it to look like a kangaroo with the head of a cat. I'll let you figure that one out. A few have said to have seen it moving on 2 legs, while others have disagreed and claimed that it was on 4 legs. As for the smell, it was said that its foul scent permeates the air around it like that of a group of dead animals. Lovely. People have also compared this animal to that of an albino Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot, or a large bear. It has also been said that it can move extremely fast, and its disturbing, hair-raising screech sounds like that of a screaming woman or a panther. Most accounts of the creature say that it isn't aggressive, lucky for us, but it is very elusive and seems to just want to be left alone. I can agree with that. In the 1940s, one witness, named George Norris, says that he had fallen asleep against a tree, and when he woke up, the sun was rising, and lying right next to him was the White Thang. He said it didn't offer to hurt him or nothing. A sighting was also retold by one person's grandfather, who claims to have seen it in the woods around Coosa River and said it was kind of like an albino Sasquatch or something, with the red eyes and long fingernails. In one of the grandfather's stories, it was said that this creature always came around during someone's wake or when a hog was killed. Others have claimed that their grandparents have told them similar stories as well about how it looked and acted back then. It was considered a well-known fact by most of the community that if someone died, you just knew the creature was going to be around. One recounted that when they were a child, they would see it regularly when they went to get water at the well, and that he could see it near the edge of the woods. One of the most famous sightings arose in about the 1930s. One person retold their story about their uncle who was out coon hunting one night, and all of a sudden the dogs came flying back and would not leave their master's side. The dogs were whining and the hair on the back of their necks stood up. And as the uncle started home, he looked back down the road and saw the White Thang following them. After catching sight of the monster, he took off down the road and didn't stop running till he got back to his house. Okay, I don't blame this guy one bit for taking off and running home and not even stopping till he got into the house. I mean, come on. How would you react if you looked over your shoulder in the dark and your dogs are freaking out and you just see this white monster behind you following you all the way home? So why don't we just take a moment and relive the situation? So sit back, close your eyes, and let's dig in. It's a dark and quiet night. Leaves rustle as your boots gently disturb the decaying foliage along the forest floor. You're at ease and enjoying the moonlit night. This outing is nothing new to you. You've done this numerous times. And as you tiptoe quietly through your woods, your ears prick at the distant sound of your dogs barking. As they get closer, you can hear the panic seeping into each howl that penetrates the night. You stop and feel your blood run cold. These are seasoned dogs, not some senseless pups roaming on their first night out. They arrive in a frenzy through the bushes, fighting over one another to get to you. You reach down to try and soothe their nerves, but the action is futile, and soon, their fear becomes your own. With fright bubbling up inside of you, you quickly decide to turn towards home, and as you take your first steps back towards home, you get a nagging sense of something watching you. You try to fight the urge to look back, but somehow you find yourself reluctantly peeking over your shoulder, and there, right behind you on the road, is a massive beast. It stands at 7 feet tall. Its long white hair is matted and dirty, and its eyes shine red through the moonlit forest. And without warning, the creature tosses its head back and screeches an unearthly sound. And you run. Okay, now that you've got that wonderful imagery in your head, let's move along. So recently on Facebook, the people of Etowah County have shared their experiences of the White Thang. Here are some quotes from some people. Devron and Terry Epperson. I'm from ball play. I heard about it all my life but never seen it. I used to hear screams from the woods. Lamar Stott. I live in ball play and heard it many times. Sharandra Hawkins Waldrop. I heard screaming in the woods the first year we lived there. The neighbors said it was coyotes, but it sure didn't sound like that. That was the weirdest and scariest sound I have ever heard. I have never heard of a White Thang, but if I had, I would have moved. Eddie Arnold Smith. My sister and I saw it when we were kids, around 1958 and 59. We were about 50 yards away, and the creature was pale white, moving crouched over and making less than 5 feet in height. It was probably 80 to 90 pounds, and it made the high-pitched sound of a crying woman. It made no attempt to approach us or seem threatening in any way. Overall, between the accounts that have been reported and the quotes from other people from Facebook, it seems that most witnesses were not too frightened of the beast, and most have escaped the sightings of the monster unscathed. What worries and startles them the most is the eerie and disturbing screeching-like noises from the beast, and of course the 7-foot tall, hairy, red glowing eyes that's a little disturbing as well. But as far as monsters go, this one seems to be the least of your worries. But just remember, keep your eyes peeled the next time you kill a hog or go to a wake, because you just might see the White Thang. Oh, we did it! We finished episode 2. This is Alabama with the White Thang, and I hope you guys liked it. I tried something a little bit different with some storytelling and sound effects in there. Let me know what you guys think of that, if I should incorporate that more or just kind of cut that out. But anyways, I hope you guys really like this retelling and enjoy the rest of this video. Thanks!